Yeah, so decades after his death, Bob Marley's music continues to be widely acclaimed around the world. You might be wondering why quite a number of his songs being played this morning. It's because today he would have turned 70 years old while he's still alive. He died in 1981. Bob Marley, who was born in 1945, would have been today turning 70, as I mentioned there. So his birthday, and so just celebrating that, commemorating that, his memory, his impact that he had in the music scene. Just to remind you some of his legacy, he was quite the high achiever. Great accomplishments during his lifetime. He was known as the world ambassador for reggae music, earning an induction into the Rock and Rock Hall of Fame in 1994 and selling more than 20 million records. That, in actual fact, made him the first international superstar to emerge from the so-called third world. So amazing achievements that he had. His music has continued, even for those who were born after it, like some of the people here in studio, you know, celebrating it, enjoying it, and now they laugh. But yeah, we celebrate indeed Bob Marley's life, his legacy on Morning Express this morning. And Junius, I just want to come to you. I hope you have that short to tell me if, you know, this is your kind of music, you've loved it, being into it as well?
Actually, I loved reggae music.
Sorry?
My sisters love reggae music.
Your what?
My sisters.
Yes, sauti kidogo, huh?
My sisters love reggae music, but I didn't feel the touch you did.
Yeah.
So I'm not into reggae music a lot.
Yeah.
It's not because I have dreadlocks.
Yeah. So that is a misconception that everyone with dreadlocks is a
rasta.
Yeah.
It's just an identity to make you look different.
Yeah. But what for you stood out from him in terms of Bob Marley, his music, his legacy, playing music?
Most of his music were talking about something.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a storyline. They had about life mostly, and it was positive in all of his music.
Of course, losing his life to cancer later on in his years, surviving an assassination attempt in the course of his life, quite a legacy. What about you, Mister? Good morning.
Hey, that's quite some history, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the engineer says the guy used to handle issues, and most of them were social issues. You talk about love, you talk about unity, and you'd be positive about life, the way you are.
Yeah.
The way you are positive about life.
Yeah. What do you think it is about his music that even those who were born after his death, the fact that now his music continues to be widely acclaimed, now people continue to rock to his music in the club, what is it about the staying power of his music?
The fact that he was addressing issues, issues that we can still relate, with them to now.
Yeah.
Like the song Genius was just playing, it's talking about it's talking about love. It's talking about unity across, every region, every race. It's talking about we should be one people. And I think lately, music that we get nowadays, you hardly get that kind of like music that would talk to everybody across the world, any generation across the world, and you're talking about times when people are just making music just for now, for the club, for the hype, just for the flashiness of it.
Yeah.
And you don't think across the years. We just look at the videos and you just looking at how wacky they are for that matter, and people will still watch those videos even today, not even thinking about the quality they are.
Yeah, amazing stuff. And if you're watching this morning, you want to remember, commemorate, send your message to us. We'll sample them towards the end of the show. 22155. You can tweet me, Sophia Wanuna. We'll look at some of your thoughts, how you remember him, what most you like about his music, what's your favorite song. You might just get Junius to play it for you at some point. I'm not, unfortunately, but I do appreciate its depth. I do appreciate its uniqueness, it's the lessons, the culture around reggae and all of that. So yes, I'm appreciative of it.
Solo would be appreciating that he was,
I
know, and I
is he a fan?
Says,
where is he?
Solo, where are you?
Shame on you.
Shame on you.
Is he a fan? Do you know?
I know he likes reggae and stuff, and he's talked about it in the show before. So probably they went celebrating last night.
That's why he's missing in action.
He's missing action, but no worries.
Is it in the club that you see this, like when it's playing the reggae music and the one finger and like doing this? What's that about?
I know little about reggae, so I don't
Genius?
want to make my fool.
I know he's not. Are you unsure? Genius, do you know anything about that? The one finger?
Junior sisters love reggae, so
Yeah,
let's
he
leave it
doesn't
to
know.
sisters.
Well, he's a DJ. Okay, let's get to the Pulse review now. Beautiful girl
Yeah.
on the front page, the cover page. Colorblind is the headline.
Yeah.
Just why our local celebrities opting for interracial love affairs with most winning partners from overseas. We'll get to that. It's part of what is inside.
It's a beautiful girl, and she has a crazy name here. I've been trying to pronounce this.
Freoli Emmanuel,
Yeah.
I'd
You know,
imagine.
there she is, 19-year-old. She loves watching movies, reading books, and swimming.
I told you
Among
guys, you
other
have 19-year-olds and 20-years only.
That's past for you. I mean, we are youth.
Yeah,
like
that's your target
Yeah.
audience. It's cool.
It's cool like that.
Clearly, it's the older generation that's complaining. Anyway, what's up?
It's cool like that. And like we said last week, the Feb is here, and showbiz is coming to life, and quite a number of events happening. We know about this comedian guy who's coming to Kenya, Russell Peters, and that's a big show. That should be on 8th, and we're talking about this weekend, and a lot of events happening in Fashion High Tea, a great event at the
Fashion
Zen
high
Gardens.
tea.
Yeah,
High tea.
sounds like your thing.
You
It's
drink it with the finger, pinky finger, going like, hello,
it's
Stevie.
the highlight kind of thing,
Yes.
and so it's not downtown kind of people.
Yeah.
When you hear
Oh
Fashion High
boy,
Tea
you make it
and
sound
all
so
that.
bad. Not a down.
but again, across East Africa, Octopizzo is down in Zanzibar for Sauti za Busara, one of the biggest events, musical events we have in the East African music calendar, and a number of other events happening over the weekend. Pulse brings it to you, a compilation of all the events that are going down
All right.
this weekend.
Okay, so there's a lot more to see over there. And I'm seeing there's a movie review.
There's a movie review which is be brought to page 3 now, probably.
Yeah,
to
I
catch your
thought it used to
attention
be at the back. I was wondering why it's already on. It's on
now.
page
Movie is
3.
becoming big, really, and I remember we said that last week. Movie is becoming big, but yes, for the sake of just try to tweak what Pulse is, we just brought it to page 2, where every other review, the video reviews are there, the club reviews are there, and so we've put all the reviews together just to let everybody know what's going on.
What's the most recent movie you watched? Because in the past week I've watched Addicted.
Addicted is what we were talking about last.
I don't
last
even want to
Friday.
tell you. Oh, you talked about it. I hadn't watched it.
Oh, you have watched now.
Now I watched it.
Does it make sense now? That it's a nice movie.
It's well,
Mama there.
it's cray. Yes,
Yeah.
no, it's a very good. It's well done.
Yeah.
Good lessons. I mean,
Well, you won't say that I don't say it, right?
I meant in terms of addictions, and you should deal
When
with
you
them.
do that little smile, it says a lot.
No, it's because what I discovered, when you say good lesson, somebody could misconceive. If you've watched the movie, you'd imagine I'm talking about a whole different thing. But what I mean is, her husband stuck with her after all of that. I mean, those usually are issues in a marriage that most marriages don't survive. Although I'm realizing it appears to be, there's this trend that people are more and more okay with, once there's been infidelity in the marriage. In years back, it would be the deal breaker,
Yeah.
going separate ways, or the whole clan will be called in to intervene. Now it's like,
It's a question
okay,
of tufumiliane sasa.
yeah, Ama, you've done it, I've done it, so
Yeah.
let's do this, let's move on.
Yeah.
Or I know your stuff, you know mine.
It's crazy. It's
interesting.
a modern world. I don't know where we're headed to, but I know of a family well. The guy decides, I've gone out tonight, I've gone out too, let's meet in the morning at 5
Yeah.
and take care of family business in the morning. So
There's another movie I wanted to tell you about that I watched, and it was really nice. Oh, I'm forgetting. But
Wow.
I've really been watching movies.
I like that
I've
now.
become a movie buff.
I like that now.
Yeah.
The girl supplying we should just
Raphael,
yeah.
thumbs up. Okay, I got to the movies
We're
as
talking
well.
about movies. We should go to big screen coming week. We talked about Funti Mendols, and it's coming 12th of coming week for that matter. So that's something else.
I
Locally,
saw
we
the
should be
peaks,
watching.
and is it calabashes? No, they're using the headgear to like cover their.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite
That's
something, people. Fundamentals.
All right.
Head to head, did Prezzo still it? Kenya's CMB Prezzo is still the self-proclaimed CEO of the Cash Money Brothers. There's some story a while back about him going back to his mother's house.
Yeah.
Is it true?
We said that's January. You're allowed to go back anywhere in January just to make sure that things are moving.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
He went back.
And he loves his mom. I mean, this guy, but we're just talking about the comparison that he has with Batman. You know.
They actually do kind of look alike. They'd be brothers.
They're big brothers, and we're talking about who's tall, who's look, and rather who looks like who's trying to be.
But Batman there's so much more. Look at his neck; it's full of tats.
And Prezzo's neck, look at it too.
It's not that much.
Like, yeah,
I don't see that.
You can see them deep there. It looks like a flower in there.
Yeah, but that's like towards the chest. This one is on the neck, like even on the face, on his cheek, on the forehead. Yeah, that's quite much.
Quite a comparison. And moving to Kotal, did you see that kid who was just next to the first lady and she just made a move and decided today is me hanging out with the first lady and Bobby?
And Bob, like how you're calling him Bob, he's
a boy. I mean, he's a cool guy.
More.
You know.
Call me more.
Why do you guys talk about?
Where are you coming from?
Look at this one
Look
talking.
This
you
one.
don't just start talking in my show without being introduced. Excuse me. Hello?
Breaking up?
Where were you?
That could be a rumor.
Your voice is so hoarse. It's telling of
answering.
perhaps you're...
No, I've been answering phone calls. There's a big story that Stephen is involved in the Pulse today.
All right.
And a lot of calls have been coming in.
Okay.
So we had to have him that minute.
Or were you celebrating Bob Marley?
We buy
just
that,
saying.
really.
We don't. But hey, Karibu.
It's
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
first lady looking lovely there, and that beautiful girl. Oh, and she picked some water and decided, I'm thirsty.
I'm thirsty and I'm
downed it.
enjoy with the first lady.
Oh, that is so
and did
pretty.
you see the kid? The kid has come there and whose kid is this? But she's coming out like very warm with kids, by the way.
Yeah.
Right?
Quite a family.
She looks like the second
And
photo.
the fashion cop is there arresting. What?
Did you
Like,
see
how
the
do
first
you
guy on
wear
the
that?
fashion cop like that?
My world, where is that? Where is he wearing? Like,
Girls must
you
be
have to
crazy
look
kind
at,
of a
get your
thing.
copy of the Pulse and see
And
that
see,
guy.
it could be you.
Yeah,
know.
you might be caught
Yeah.
out. Now you've put on the spotlight to my dear friend Eric Omondi.
I like that you say, my dear Eric Omondi is my friend. And Eric spoke about an issue that's been doing the rounds. And it's him talking about him and a lady that everybody or many people would know, who is a TV anchor, or TV beauty
Well,
for that
she's a
matter,
reporter,
not anchor. Not you, of course. And he says, yes, we had a thing before this, and it's not what's happening now. So he admits that, yes, we...
So he was in a
little
relationship
flame.
with
Yes.
this person and it's no longer there.
Yes, it's been very private. There's a lot of speculation, but finally he's spoken out. But sadly, they're no longer together.
Why?
No, Eric says he doesn't want to discuss that. He just says he moved on.
Does he have a new person?
Probably.
Like okay.
And you remember a few days ago he said he might be ready for marriage.
He's ready to, yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say, or is it just one of those
That is
stories you
what he
guys
said.
imagine?
That is what he said.
What do you mean, imagine? You mean Austin Okane sat this guy down, talk about him,
Yeah.
and it's right there in the past. And we don't tell a lie. Well, and the thing is, let me just break it down. He's been close with Jackie for quite some number of years. He was there during the white party that she hosted for her birthday.
Which was
Yeah.
not so long ago.
And they're looking, not so long ago,
Not
and
so
they're
long
looking
ago.
all that. We saw many other comedians
Yes.
who believe in Eric there with him, wishing her well. And the
Well, I guess they're
speculations have
friends,
been
and
there
it's a good
stuff.
thing to continue to be friends even
Yeah.
after things don't
It's a
work
good
out. I mean,
thing.
Jackie is a lovely lady. He's a great guy. So
They're all
yeah.
great people. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. And I like the way he said, well, we saw you giving a little peck, a kiss, or whatever it was. Says that was just for friends. It wasn't nothing serious.
Platonic.
Yes.
Something like that.
Okay.
Eric is there. It's for the guys to get to read, and he's talking about why he left Churchill life and many other stories quite
Yes.
within that story.
Oh, so he's also addressing why he left Churchill.
Yes.
Okay, and
And
what's
why
his
he's not
up to?
broke. Like people are saying, Eric is broke. He says he has millions, but he won't discuss how many millions got or how much he's worth.
There's some phone that's vibrating in here,
Well,
like it's Collins. The cover
I
story,
told you the
meanwhile,
calls are many. I told you the calls
on page
are coming,
8
many
and
calls.
9,
well,
love is colorblind. Forget the old perception about aged white women flying to Kenya to look for young beach boys for husbands. Young Kenyan celebs are now embracing interracial marriages, as is seen across the 2 pages.
And the page is black and white.
It's literally
It's black and white,
Black
actually.
and white.
Yes.
You know, and we're just talking about the times when the white lady, for that matter, was thought to be coming for, like we said some weeks ago, for the beach boy, or the guy who never went to school, because she would confuse him and take him back to motherland.
Yes.
But it's making more sense that young guys, young white ladies are embracing each other in these interracial kind of marriages, which we never used to see in the past. And most of them now seems to be gospel artists.
Yes, and not
what I'm
the
looking at.
ladies as well. Even the men are not being left behind. We're seeing a couple of them who've been dating, and this one has been broken down very nicely by Sheila Kimani and Sylvia Njoki. You know, those interracial relationships. And all the celebrities, so you can grab a copy and see. I think the latest one to be blessed with a baby is Abbas and Anna.
Yes.
And also,
and their baby is Sophia.
yeah, and the baby is Sophia.
Oh,
I see,
yeah, there
man.
you go again.
Just so that we don't forget.
So you'd cross border. It's okay to cross.
Would you guys do that?
Border.
It's good.
Why
Yeah.
not? We said we do not have to fish from the village.
Yeah.
Although it still breaks my heart about, you know, my Bukusu darling.
Ah,
Yeah, that it didn't
the
work
guys,
out.
the Asian couple.
Yeah.
The Asian guy and
What's her name?
what she calls Zarika.
Zarika
She's
and
called Zarika.
the guy.
And the Bukusu guy.
Yeah, what's his name? Why do you name him Bukusu?
Why are you bringing it again? It wasn't a national agenda.
But it was
I
an
mean, let them be.
interracial as well
Yes,
relationship.
it was,
I mean,
yes.
one that did
It was
not work out.
widely
Yeah, it was widely
discussed.
publicized. KTN
Yes.
broke the story, and that she said that, you know, by getting married to him, she'd hope that she'd be that encouragement for other people to, you know, that it can work.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it didn't
didn't work.
But well, relationships are not easy, and especially
No,
when
easy, and especially and
No,
then
you-
when they also had a lot of pressure, they had a
So
lot
you
of
guys are
pressure.
saying that off of what, and you're not in relationships. That relationships are not easy.
You
they're
see,
not easy.
let me tell you one
Based on
thing.
what?
We've been here long enough to see.
To see, but not to
You
experience.
don't have to own
Seeing
a
is
car
not-
to have a driving license.
Exactly.
We can give you the best relationship advice ever.
You should be calling you guys with Chris Hart.
Tell us.
Yeah.
Mnaweka Chris Hart
Every Wednesday,
katikati.
anytime.
You say, now, this is the real deal.
Break it deal.
Okay, so I see you guys on the Pulse also have covered this story on Linda and Nyambane breaking up, but I guess we'll talk about it when we go to Nairobian, because it's also a front page
Wow.
story there.
Well,
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. 15 minutes. Oh, but there's undercover gospel couples. Why
there's
is
a
it
lot. There's a lot
undercover?
going on. Undercover gospel
Page 14.
couples again. It's like I said on the past rate. We coming from days when love in church was never encouraged in terms of
What do you mean?
boy and girl holding hands. When the
Which
pastor
church?
No, most churches
It's
have
true,
that kind
come
of
on.
thing, like put a ring on it before, you know, don't
Before
don't-
you-
before we'd see you walking together and
before
going to
you-
the house.
or even living
And
together.
when you put a ring on a stranger, you have to work together?
Well, you know, in the religious ways.
Anywho,
you know,
yeah, you guys were
you know
going to
what
do
we're
so.
saying. We're living under the same
I come
roof.
from the village.
I know.
I know that's why you're squeezing me too
Yeah.
much.
We are telling you, Sophia, we can guide you with relationship tips.
can.
Listen to us
Nah,
very nicely.
not me, but it's okay. You can guide the others.
The point is when a young man in church and a young woman in church would okay their relationship, the church would do it, and they go ahead and even get a baby, they're not even married and stuff like that. It's not what we used to see in church before this. It's not the kind of thing that we would say, okay, fine, so and so they have a baby, they can stay in the choir. They used to be excommunicated back then and stuff like that. And I don't know if that was okay with your church back in the day.
I've always had a problem with that, because you imagine when such things happen, say, you know, child out of wedlock, as you said, you would see in many of these churches, they're excommunicated. But you'd imagine when you're going through, you know, you faltered, you've fallen, as it's, you know, described, that is the time you need your brothers and sisters in Christ to stand with you, to reassure you that, you know, just because you've fallen, you can rise again, you can stand, you can overcome, you can do all that. But when they banish you, when they throw you out and say, now you have embarrassed us, what is that? I mean, what are you preaching?
Exactly, and you know, well, so what used to happen is relationships used to be undercover. You understand?
Exactly.
Used to be undercover, but now we're seeing that gospel artists are coming out of the closet. They're coming out and saying, "This is my girlfriend. You know, I've not put a ring.
We minister together.
Probably planning on it. We studied together under the same roof.
And there are quite many names here.
There are very,
I
very
like the
many.
way Sheila breaks it down. DK Kwenye Beats with his beautiful girlfriend right there.
Shikosha
Kid and Dr. Ofweneke and
Hazy.
Mr. T, AZ, and many other guys. And it's not a bad thing. We're not saying it's a bad thing.
No, it's
Nobody's
not-
there
it's
to
not a bad
judge
thing.
them. We're just saying times have changed.
Yeah,
and
we're
they're
saying
saying
it's like a revolution. You know, we're not they're not hiding it anymore.
God knows it.
Yeah.
God knows about
God knows it. Even you guys don't hide it from Morning Express. When you know this is where you'll not be judged. This is your home. You can just come tell us. We will guide you. As well. 15 minutes. The crowd shouted Wahu's name the moment her husband, Nameless, called a fan out to join him for a dance on stage. So Elvis Ogina brings you behind the scenes Nameless story that was the Sportspesa affair at Carnival Grounds last Saturday. So guys were not impressed with him dancing with some other girl. They were like he should be dancing with his wife. He's an entertainer. Get a life.
and he said,
Yeah.
Kuna what?
Mukona wivu.
Mukona wivu. He said it.
Yeah.
You know, this chick came on stage and, you know, they were grinding, you know, having that moment and dancing. And, you know, when they got too close, guys started screaming like, wahoo,
please.
wahoo, wahoo.
And is that a picture also from the same day? The one
That's
he's
a picture
holding
from the
DJ
same-
Pierre?
There are
That's the same
there are
day.
5 pictures from the same day.
And a lot of things happened on this particular day because when they were grinding, somehow Nameless's zipper was
world.
open.
Oh
Can you
my
see?
God.
No, they just flew.
Yeah, his fly was open.
and
Well,
then
Lucky you guys.
Not really
Now,
a
who
back
was
and told
focusing
him.
their camera on somebody's
This is
fly?
Elvis walking.
this is the Pulse magazine,
You know.
and we capture what was
Clearly.
And after that, him and Pierre said, let's cool it down.
Cool it
Now.
down. And for the
Great
first time
pictures.
again, his do-rag fell off stage, and for the first time we've seen Nameless with
It's
without a do-rag on stage.
So what's underneath the durag?
There's something loading, like
What do you mean something
like
low?
the face is longer. That's what it's going up. What I mean is there's a fall.
Kipara?
Yeah, he's beaten mine.
Right. It was
He's
quite.
beaten
So
mine.
like, is it halfway?
It's much. It's like here.
Wow.
Nameless. You can name
You can name
Kipara,
it.
You can make him. You can give him a name.
There was a lot of drama that day. I mean, guys are
Were you
talking about
there?
it. No, I wasn't there, but I was just catching vibe as it was coming out. And the stage was also full. Guys were biglying nails when Nameless was still performing.
Oh,
But it was a
really?
great day.
But
Yeah,
still,
they were.
It was
Thankfully,
a good
then
event.
there was no incident in terms
Yes.
of, you know, unfortunate falling apart of stage. As you say, it was being hammered.
Yeah. It was being.
The overheard segment finally on page 19. Social media kills Sabi Angel.
Yes.
What happened?
They say she's no longer around.
And she
She's
is.
gone like an
Someone
angel.
posted something on social media and said that unfortunately we've lost this person, good soul, blah blah. You know what they say.
The story went big.
And then you know, a lot of people were sending their condolences, and she was shocked all of a sudden. You know, so social media had killed her. Now she had to come back and say, those allegations are not true. I'm still around.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you see the one for Baby One? Your good friend
Yes.
who paid 107
100,007 shillings.
for hitting somebody's car.
He's a Nairobi-based Sudanese rapper. Hey.
Yes, and he says that when he was driving, then he hit a person who a couple that happened to be his fan. And we know
So
him. We know he splashes.
Wait,
cash.
let's replay this.
Yes.
So he hits a car that, inside his fans.
Yeah.
So they come out,
And they're
you're
like,
imagining they're
"Yay."
upset, they're like,
They're like,
who's that? Then they come out and they're like, ah,
they can't sing in your songs,
you.
baby.
Sing for
it's you. Oh, it's fine, it's fine. But
Then he goes like, how much is that little? Then they are all about
And
it.
then
They
the guy
say 107. He says, okay, it's in the car. Let me
Yes,
pick it
he
for
said,
you.
and he gave him the cash money.
And then
so you want to
We
be
should
hit by
hit
Baby
your
I
One?
would love Baby One to hit my car any day.
Okay.
Any day.
I don't think it will work out the same way for you. He'll be like, "Kwani yule mtu ulikuwa unaongea juu yangu kwa televisheni?"
yeah, you are looking forward to this.
So Baby One, if he's watching, we can ask him to do like a convoy thing, and then we just break it.
Meanwhile, there's a politician, guys. Please grab your copy of the Standard and read the Pulse that has been caught pants down.
He went out through the back door. This guy.
And this one is very scandalous. He was caught by the wife after cheating with the mboch.
She came back to the house.
She came back to the house,
Just smelling something.
and then he actually found them in the act
With them botch?
with the mboch.
Yes.
Okay, with the house help.
Politician
Yeah, house.
Mr. Politician, we know.
No,
you.
we won't discuss that. Guys have to buy
Please
the paper.
read, yeah.
But the Diamond story, there again, him chucking 3 stories. I'm not 3 stories, but sorry, 3 songs.
Yeah.
Within 2 months.
2 months.
And
one includes with Fally Ipupa.
yes.
I think everyone is waiting for this. Even there's a photo of them hanging out.
Yeah.
I think I'd love to see this one because I think Diamond personally is very weak when it comes to English songs. But now when he's reaching the French, Franco-speaking people,
Yeah.
I don't know what he's
Spread your
I
wings.
think
So I have a question.
Yes,
spread your wings.
This story here about Vera getting saved, so
Oh, yeah,
that
that one.
after Rispa Faith saw the light, got saved, that she might be following the cross as well. But anyway, then it goes on to say this piece that she has been off the limelight because she's been touring. Touring?
Socialites
touring.
do tour.
Okay, so how does it work for a socialite? You tour what? You work and you
you go shopping.
You go shopping, you
Go
buy,
shopping.
you meet friends in somewhere in France.
That's
Yeah.
vacay.
Yeah.
That's not
Then you
touring.
rush to Italy.
You tour because in business,
Yeah.
they don't just go. They
Yes.
things
Okay,
are
so just
happening
like
there.
okay.
Then you go shop some wigs and expensive shoes and all that. And then you come back.
And then you come back. So she's
And
on
then
a
you come
tour,
back.
Yeah.
around
It's-
the world tour.
It's
Yeah.
nice one. It's a nice one. You tour a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
What do you think of if Vera would be then getting saved? So, is it the socialites?
Good for her.
crumbling?
Is it crumbling now? Rispa Faith? It's gonna be boring. I think they add.
No,
some
we have
spice.
new guys coming up.
Yeah. Do you?
We got a call the other day from Thika, and this guy wanted to become a socialite.
Yeah.
I don't know why we take her
Who
from
wanted to
school.
become a socialite?
Another girl. She sent us. For
That's the
yes,
thing.
yes.
The minute you want to become one, that's where you've lost the plot. It should just happen.
It's
When you
it's a
just telling us
dream.
you want to become,
No, it's a dream and it's
it's
valid.
downhill from there.
It's a dream.
Yeah, it's a dream. Work on it, but don't tell people, oh, I want to become a socialite.
No, maybe
So that's why we
But-
look at
but
you
then
like,
again, I'm wondering,
okay.
Kwani we can have socialites who are saved. What's wrong with socialites?
So how does that work out?
When you're saved and you're
So,
socialite?
I think you have to something. You can make money through that. Start a college and don't give fake certificates.
Okay, guys, that's where we wrap it up on the Pulse. Please do grab yourself a copy of the Standard. Your free copy of the Pulse is in there. There's lots more we haven't covered. So yes, you want to read. And there's a pinup. Who's a pinup? Oh, Deja Piera.
Beautiful.
Beautiful banging Piera.
This one, guys, got a
Many
pin,
guys are gonna pin this one up.
right?
Yes, there you see the
This-
curves. Speak for themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the Pulse.
She's
for
hitting
you.
the wheels
There
like
is
a
a
white.
better shot
There's a better
on
shot.
your screen.
I know they like all this.
I know you like what you see, brothers and sisters. All right, so some music, and then we'll be back with the Nairobian.